Lauryn Goodman has hit back at claims she is a homewrecker and insists both she and Annie Kilner are victims of Kyle Walker's ego. The reality TV star, who shares 2 children with the married Manchester City player, hit back at Kyle's recent claims in an explosive interview this weekend, alleging she was the one to end things with the footballer and sharing how she has been unable to sleep since Kyle sat down for a candid tell-all earlier this week. Lauryn's latest interview comes as Kyle's estranged pregnant wife fears she could possibly go into early labor amid all the stress in her personal life, despite Annie only expected to give birth to her 4th child with Kyle in a couple of months' time. Nobody understands what it is like when a young boy points to a photo of his dad and just wants to see him. "It breaks my heart," Lauryn shared on Saturday, referring to the 3-year-old son she shares with Kyle. "It was me who ended it with Kyle. If I'd wanted to, I could have continued to have a secret family together. But I couldn't deal with the toxicity anymore, and I realized it wasn't good for my children." The mom of 2, who gave birth to her 2nd child with Kyle last year, continued when speaking to the Mail Online, before breaking down in tears and declaring, "When will this end? I need this to end." Regarding Lauryn's interview, a spokeswoman for Annie and her estranged husband Kyle told The Mirror, "Kyle and Annie are disappointed that Lauryn continues to seek publicity and financial gain by promoting false, defamatory and intrusive media stories about them and their children. Apart from being factually inaccurate, these stories take no account of the best interests of the children involved. The matter is with their lawyers." Kyle, who is set to become a dad of 6 later this year, confessed he nearly passed out when Lauryn informed him of her 2nd pregnancy in October 2022 during his chat with The Sun earlier this week. Lauryn, who had previously given birth to Kyle's son Kyle Walker in April 2020, welcomed her daughter in August last year but kept the identity of the father and the baby's name under wraps. After much speculation, Kyle has now confirmed that he is the father of both of Lauryn's children. The England international and Lauryn conceived their 2nd child together in early October 2022, when Kyle was in London for surgery. He recalls how Lauryn told him she was pregnant. "Lauryn told me at the end of October, early November. I remember going upstairs at the training ground when I got a phone call from her. I was with the physio at the time. I nearly fainted. I was just white. He said to me, 'What's the matter?' And I wouldn't tell him because I needed to process it myself. I asked if we could scrap the session and he just said, 'Fine.' I went into survival mode. I was like, what can I do now every day to make sure that I go home to Annie and the boys?" He went on to claim that he kept the news of his 2nd child with Lauryn a secret because he tries to be a private person. He also admitted to making decisions that have hurt others, but refused to blame anything or anyone else in this situation. Annie, who is expecting her 4th child, announced her split from Kyle on 10 January. In a heartfelt Instagram post, she wrote, "I am posting this in response to growing recent media inquiries about my marriage to Kyle and in an effort to protect my family against the intensity of the media spotlight. Sadly, after many years of marriage and 3 wonderful children together, I have decided to take some time away from Kyle." The mum-to-be, who first met Kyle in Sheffield when they were teenagers, ended her post by saying, "I do not wish to comment on the position any further. For now, I ask that the privacy of myself and our 3 young children is respected during this difficult time." Kyle responded on his own Instagram stories 2 days later, telling his followers, "Annie is an amazing woman and I can only apologize for the upset I've caused her. She's been part of my life for so long and that will never change for the sake of our children. I would ask for privacy for all of our family, and especially our young children, whilst we work through these difficult times." Follow Mirror Celebs on TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube and Threads.